Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of our Suite Soirée Spotlight, where today we get to hang out for a few minutes with my great pal, Jodi Sussner. Jodi, thanks for being here today.
Hey, it's so great to be here. I'm honored to be part of this, to be on the call with you guys, and really to be part of the Suite Soiree is everything. It's the ultimate.
I mean, let's get real. First of all, we're gonna want everyone to know a little bit about you. So when I stop talking, I want you to be able to tell everyone who you are, what you do, and where you're coming to the Sweet Soiree from, because a lot of people are flying in from out of state. But selfishly, you guys, I have been begging Jodi to come to this since the minute Sarah and I decided to do this. And she has a super, super busy schedule all the time. So I wasn't sure it was going to happen. And then she told me yesterday she was in, and I'm like, that changes everything. And we cannot wait to tell everybody not only her about her as an attendee, but also what she's going to do when she gets there. So I'm so excited. All right, Jodi, you have the floor. Tell
Oh my
everybody
goodness.
who you are.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of that. And yeah, I'm excited to make it happen because this was the kind of event that I thought I need to make this happen. I need to be part of it. A little bit about me. My name is Jodi. I am a peak performance and nutrition specialist. I'm a podcast host. I'm a coach to high performing women that are looking to really elevate and simplify their mindset, movement, and nutrition so that you have lasting energy, strength, and confidence. That's what I do. I do that for women of all ages, my young high school gymnasts, and my aging adult women clients. It's an honor, and I love what I do every day.
Very cool. So are you flying in or are you local?
I'm local, well, kind of local. I'm coming in from the suburbs of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and hauling into, is it Spooner, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
So it's close. It'll be a bit of a carpool, and hopefully I can bring some people along with me.
Yeah, that'd be great because we are going to need
Yeah.
your help. There's a lot of people flying in, and I'm like, I need a caravan. And I was on our last interview with Nichelle, I told the girls that I was able to procure some walkie-talkies from Advanced Wireless Communication, who specialize in that. So we'll be able to communicate to and from. And this place is so massive. We're getting
Mhm.
six of them on site because there are so many buildings. We'll be able to communicate to each other. So it's kind of cool.
Love it.
All right. Um, Before we jump in, I wanted people to understand some of the brands that you have been associated with because uh, they are a big deal and just a testament to what it is that you do for a living and how you're showing up. And I think a fun fact that people should know is that I have been on my own health and wellness journey this past year. And for the people who follow me on social media, they may see that my weight has changed significantly. I waved the white flag and reached out to you with a 911 several months ago saying, Jodi, you have to help me. I can't do this on my own. I've gained all of this weight. I do not know how to get it off my frame. And you were gracious enough to say, I will meet you where you're at, which has been such a blessing because effectively I've lost 20 pounds thanks to you. And you are shifting the way I look at nutrition and movement and all the things that obviously we've talked about. But I chose you not only because I think you're an amazing human and a very good friend of mine, but also because you are wickedly talented and you bring such street cred to it. You have to share with people some of the brands that you've worked with. It's crazy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do think that the brands that have this longevity in the wellness space, they have this longevity not because they created some hot topic that was here in a flash and then gone. They have longevity because the things that they've done work and they work for most people and they're enjoyable. And it's not, wellness doesn't have to be this painful, scary thing, Kelly. Wellness does not have to be this painful, scary thing, girl. It's fun. So the brands I've worked with, one of my favorite examples, everyone knows indoor cycling is spinning. You may know Peloton, but everyone knows spinning. Spinning was the original indoor cycling experience and owned by Mad Dogg Athletics. I was international speaker and presenter for them for over 10 years. Learned a lot of working under their umbrella of different brands. I've done a number of interviews for Shape Magazine, where originally, prior to working with Shape Magazine, I looked at Shape Magazine as this glossy thing for all the fit girls. And really, I was able to bring my voice and say, no, the fit girls, the 20-year-old models that you've got on here isn't everyone. Everyone that wants to feel confident, strong, and amazing in their skin is everyone else. So let's just bring that voice to it. And they were really able to honor me in doing that. Um, Other brands, gosh, Kelly, Shop NBC, I did a number of presentations on selling products that I believed in. Y'all know, rest in peace, our Suzanne Somers. Do you know Suzanne Somers? Do you know, I mean, Three's Company, Suzanne Somers, Thigh Master, remember that?
Yes.
Gem. She's a doll and as authentic as they come. I got to work with her directly and sell a product with her that I believed in, not because it was her and not because it was a chintzy product, but because I believed in what she was selling, not just Chrissy from Three's Company. She's a good woman. So, Kelly, I'm spacing on others,
I
you
don't
know, like
know.
fitness,
Lululemon. There's just all these,
Lululemon,
like, yeah.
Athleta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Crazy. Okay. All right.
ton of
Dated
So,
me at Suzanne Somers, just so you know.
thank
Big
you. I
fan
love her.
of all of her perimenopause work. Like
Yes.
one of the first books I read on it was I'm Too Young for This.
Ah,
And she did a lot of amazing work on all of that ahead of her time. So
she's an
that's
amazing human,
impressive.
truly. And she's since passed recently, not
Oh,
long ago, this past year, and wrote a number of books on the topic, both on menopause and her journey with cancer, and basically saying to sugar, excessive sugar, fruit, a strawberry is one thing, but piles upon scoops of a sugary drink
mhm.
is quite another. And she was really one of the pioneers in getting that message out there. She didn't invent the concept, certainly, but being a pioneer and getting messages out there about sugar, about nutrition, about menopause for us as women, the more people that are talking about it, sharing our experiences, the more it's going to stick, resonate, and the more we're able to take that information and do something about it. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Fun. All right. So, given that, then, what made you decide to say yes to coming to the Suite Soirée?
Gosh, I mean, other than getting to spend more time with you, getting to meet Sarah and enjoy getting to know you better, I really believe that the suite itself, the space, is a unique space for connection. And the kind of connection I'm not talking about, this is great. We're able to do this over video. This is great. But I think we can all agree that post-pandemic, we need real live connection to feel the energy in the room and the true heart of someone else. You've got to get off a screen and into heart and home and space, nature, a home, the water, all of the elements and even earth elements that pull us together as humans and connect our energies. That unique space alone, I was like, well, it's beautiful. The rooms look cool. But I'm such a granola girl at heart where it's like we're on the water, we're amongst the trees and the wind and this beautiful space and the energy of people. Count me in, right? So I love that energy and the intention, the mission behind the Suite Soirée overall. Um, and personally, I love the idea of and having an opportunity to really show up and fully be me, share what I know with others, and make a real impact.
Yeah, I love that. So, would you say there was anything missing in your life that you felt compelled to try to discover it while joining us?
Yeah, as I was kind of alluding to earlier, being on screens and through the pandemic, and for what I do, being in wellness and fitness and nutrition, so much of our work shifted online. And being in person is really number one for me. I've been craving that and I was missing that. So that connection of being in person, I've been missing. So we're here for it. We get to meet new people and really truly connect. I really want to share my message in a more powerful way. I think sometimes words on a screen or a website or seeing a quick scroll through Instagram, you don't get the full energy and vibe of a person and their message. So being able to do this in person, I feel that my message can be delivered in a more powerful and even personal way. So this space really felt like something I could expand into, and it's something bigger, more exciting.
So
You're
speaking of
really
exciting, then
defining
what?
that retreat life.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so speaking of exciting, what are you most excited about? I mean, you've seen our website that we put together. You're hearing our little spotlight interviews that we're doing. You know the behind the scenes of some of the surprises because now technically you are an experience maker. So you aren't just an attendee, you are actually going to present, which we're super psyched about. But what are you most excited about?
Well, personally, being able to create a powerful experience for women is everything. To step into a space, learn about movement and nutrition, and then being able to apply that not only in the moment, but then apply that both simply, sustainably within your life when you leave. I think it's truly then a catalyst for what you want out of there. I mean, so often, if you've ever attended other retreats, it's really easy to be in the moment and you're separate from family and work and all the things. So you can really focus on that. But ideally, what do you do when you leave? So my goal and excitement is really to instill not only movement and knowledge and nutrition, but know that can be a catalyst for when you leave there and have it be impactful and meaningful days, weeks, months, years down the road. Obviously, I'm excited to meet other amazing women. We were talking earlier, the three of us, about knowing that the kind of people that attend something like this are the kinds of people that want a little more out of life, want a little more connection. And so you just know that you end up with a room full of people that are similar. Maybe we're not all exactly like-minded, but that's what's beautiful. Our differences, but yet similar enough to make this choice to choose this for ourselves for a long weekend. I know we're just going to connect in really big ways. I'm excited about sharing strategies to really boost energy and simplify wellness. That's my biggest role there, movement and nutrition. So, yeah.
I don't think a bad time will be had with
No,
if that is really everyone's intention that they're coming with, just that connection and then walking away with some clarity. That's what we keep advertising out there. And I'm glad you're picking up on it.
thank you. Yeah. Um, I think for those people that are on the fence right now, if you're just like, well, you could give yourself a million excuses not to. Um, but when you choose yourself for 2 and 3 days, you come back into your real world as a better version of yourself. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. I've done a number of workshops recently. Last fall, I did one and I came home refreshed, renewed, and ready to take action on my business, on my relationships, on my personal goals. As a result of that, I ended up booking a hike through the Grand Canyon with 30 people I don't know. I went to a retreat like this and made decisions that have changed the trajectory of my year just from that experience. So when you're on the fence, just choose you, one, and know that you can come as you are. You don't have to get ready. You don't have to fix something. You don't have to prepare in any way. You just show up and you leave feeling energized, organized, and ready to take on your next phase.
I love that. Did you hear that, Kelly?
I'm
Just
hearing
choose you. Can we put a
choose.
t-shirt together with that one? Yeah.
Yeah, we totally could.
Love it.
We were just talking with Annie Marie, who you know. She, of course, is going to be our photographer providing headshots, and she's graciously offered to design a Suite Soirée tee as a commemorative thing. And so we're kind of figuring out, gosh, is that even possible? And would anybody want something like that if they were to attend to have that kind of a memento?
I think so. I say yes. Headshots with Annie Marie, that alone, I'm like, get me to Spooner, Wisconsin, because I need some updated headshots, and she's the best. So I forgot about that. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Bonus treats. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, okay. So then before we wrap, we should probably give people who are on the fence or thinking, gosh, I don't know, I want to attend, whatever what that's holding them back, maybe we should enlighten them for a quick second on what it is that you are going to be there as an experience maker spotlighting. What are you going to teach these folks?
My goal is to introduce this whole concept, if you haven't heard it before, as women, the importance of building strength, both within and tagging on the other women, the other presenters there, building not only inner, but physical strength through movement, simple, sustainable movement, and educating us on all of the importance of proper nutrition. And when I say proper nutrition, do your eyes glaze over a little? Are you like, oh my God, she's going to tell me I have to eat kale and Brussels sprouts and all the things I don't like? I guarantee you, you will find foods that you love. You will find foods that fuel you versus break you down. Remember the days of eat less, exercise more, cardio queens. And if I live on the step mill and I don't eat anything, I'll be thin. Well, guess what? Anyone listening to this that's probably, I don't know, 30, 35 plus, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. It used to work and it doesn't work anymore. And that is called peri and postmenopause, my friends. And it doesn't mean you can stop it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go through it, because as a woman, you're going to. I thought in my 20s, I was like, well, I'm not going to do menopause. I'm probably not even going to go through it. I think I was like, I'm just gonna, no, it's going to hit everyone. It's going to hit us in different ways. And we've got to have the tools, the armor, and the preparation to get through it well, to age gracefully. Those aren't cliches. Those are real things. We can age gracefully. We can build muscle. We can feel awesome in our second half of life. This is meant to be the funnest time. We're feeling good, looking good. My kids are both grown and somewhat out of the house. Like, what am I going to do with this time? I want the energy and the strength to do all the things I want to do. And my intention then is to give you a small taste of that in movement and nutrition, so you leave feeling like I can do this, I can do it well, and I can actually enjoy the process.
Well, and I think too, people don't really realize this is an event where we are going to have these pockets of opportunity for growth and learning. Optional. You do not have to partake in all of them. You get this beautiful journal/workbook once you arrive, and you get to page through and decide, what do I want to participate in? There's ample time for downtime and getting to know people. I counted 9 conversational nooks and places for people to get to know each other and to breathe and to rest, to implement some of the things that we are going to talk about. But I think the other thing that people don't realize is we also are going to provide takeaways, that there will be worksheets and things that they don't have to memorize, and they're allowed to be present, and they can just lean into what's happening and just be, and then have some takeaway things where they can, once they leave, have these tools and resources to implement. So
sounds perfect. And I'm glad I'm already signed up, because if I wasn't, I'd be like, get me on the list.
oh my
Don't even
God.
hesitate.
Well,
choose you.
It's pretty powerful. As you're telling the story, you're reselling yourself on it all over again. Congrats.
I know. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to have them already. Yes.
So Jodi, and then, here's so great. Like, Jodi is my personal coach, has agreed to be an experience maker, wants to be there in attendance, has offered to drive a bunch of people up. My God, like,
I feel like the drive up. So if you're flying into the Minneapolis Metro, I've got 5 seats left that are open, coming from the western suburbs. I think, you know how these go, like you think, oh, I'm going to drive with a bunch of ladies. We're going to stop and get Brussels sprouts at the Quick Trip. No, we're going to stop and get some Twizzler bites or something. We're going to talk. And
I was like, Brussels sprouts at Quick Trip. Why are you doing that to yourself?
I know. Don't even get yourself some Twizzler bites, maybe some, So maybe some Sour Patch Kids or whatever they're called. And we're going to just laugh and talk. That, you know how that goes. Like half the time, the drives and those little moments that are unplanned happen to be some of the best memories. So It's
Well,
going to be great.
Jodi, we can't thank you enough for agreeing to chat with us and to be there with us and partner in your very special way. Just thank you. Thank you for doing this, really.
You're welcome.
And before we go, will you share with everybody how they can reach out to you to learn more about you?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I am on all the social medias that I think that we are, Facebook and Instagram under Jodi Sussner, JodiSussner. I also have a beautiful website at jodisussner.com. So reach out to me there. You can book a consultation with me before you even arrive, or just get to know me a little bit better through those pages before you get to meet in person.
Yeah. Exciting. All right, you guys. Well, that wraps another episode of our Suite Soirée Spotlight, where we are featuring attendees and our very special guests slash attendees. Go to suitesoiree.com, grab one of the last remaining seats. You will not regret it. And until our next one, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Want to meet her in person? You can. Suite Soirée is happening May 2nd through the 5th. Grab your spot at suitesoiree.com before it's gone. See you there.